Hey everybody, it's me again. Hope you're having a good weekend so far. Well, this is my weekend. If you're one of those type of folks that work the 4-day week, if not, then I hope your upcoming weekend is good and sunny and whatever. Anyway, so as you can see, I've got a new project, and this is one that I didn't even know they had this model. Quite honest, as you can see, Pegasus is the company that makes it. It's 1/1400 scale of the Galaxy Quest NSEA protector. If you know the movie, then you're very familiar with this ship. If not, you should watch it. It's funny. It's got Tim Allen in it and Sigourney Weaver and a few other people that I was kind of surprised were in this movie. But anyway, so yeah, this is going to be my next project, and I'm excited about it. I did, like I said, I didn't even know they made this model, and I thought I watched the movie one day, and I was like, man, that would be a kind of a cool model to build. And lo and behold, I went on YouTube, and people have already built this, and it's been out. The model's been out for, gosh, 10 years maybe or more. So yeah, it's been out for quite a while. And again, I'm surprised. I actually picked this up off of HDA Model Works. You should check them out. I'll put the link in the description. So that being said, let's pop this thing open. I don't do unboxings like some folks do. Hey, it's square and the box is kind of damaged here a little bit and blah blah blah, yada yada yada. So, and we got the instructions, obviously, and again, it's 1/1400 scale. Interesting. It's not a lot of parts. I think there's only, what did the box say? 40 pieces altogether. So it's not so pure, particularly detailed. It's got with a lot of parts and whatnot. But it's not a big ship. Let's see here. You got the engine grills and stuff are modeled in blue. That works out. I will, of course, be putting my flickering blue lights in there. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can get this light back here a little bit. There we go. The windows are not. They're in the model. But if you want to light them, you're going to have to drill them, which is what I'm going to attempt to do. Yeah. Anywho, and it does come with a stand. It's got a, obviously it's modeled in gray. I will have to light block it, of course, and it's going to be. I'm probably going to do what I like to do. I don't like to do stark white. I do tend to like to do like an eggshell, I guess. I still have to clean these parts. I still have to wash them and stuff. So yeah, but it's interesting. It's interesting indeed. All right. So yeah. I always thought it was bigger, but no, that's the command deck. That is the command deck right there. I don't know if that makes it any better or not, but yeah. And those are all windows. Wow. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to be attempting to light this thing. So yeah, there's the rest of the command deck back here. But this part, again, you need to watch the movie and you'll understand about this part. But yeah, so this, gotta do some stuff. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's only 40 parts. Pegasus Hobbies is this company. And yeah, I think it's going to be fun. And I'm going to take my time on it because, again, I'm going to try and drill these holes. That fucking thing. Blur and glare and everything else. So, still working on my camera skills. But I have got some other stuff, too, that I'm going to do. So, other than, these lights. Here, let me put this here. And turn this off. Turn that off. All right, better get rid of the glare there. So as you can see, these here are red, and obviously the engines are blue. And then, oh gosh, there's some more windows. Yay, windows that I have to drill. So anyway, my plan is, as I went to Tenant Controls. And I will put the link to this in the description as well. Ralph in Tenant Controls is he's a magician with light boards, primarily for Star Trek, but they do have Star Wars and some other things. But what I got was what they call this thing here, and it's not terribly expensive. What is it? Multi-timing option board. And they're about $14 $14 when I bought it. And well, if you've ordered anything online, shipping is crazy. Oh yeah, it does come with decals, by the way. The model, not the Tenant Controls thing. And so yeah, interesting. Okay. So what I got is a multi-option timing board, and this is for Star Trek basically, and it's a strobe and nav board, and that's pretty much what it does. But you get the option with the strobes anyway, you get the option of a different timing on the strobes. And if you go to tenantcontrols.com, there's a video, and he shows you how this works. It's pretty cool, and it's a tiny little thing. So yeah, you change the timing by moving these what's the word I'm thinking of? Well, you know what they are. If you do any kind of electronics, you know what they are. So yeah, well, my plan is to take this, and you'll see I'm going to do the strobes here. I'm going to put one here, and it does have a little bump. Where is it? Yeah, right here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but right here, there's a little bump on each one of these parts of the weird curved nacelle thingy. And I'm going to put a strobe there, I'm going to put one on this dome back here. Where's that at? Where's that dome at? Come here, you. Let's see. Obviously, it's not on there. Where's that dome at? Well, there's a dome on there. You can see it. Anyway, so at the very end here, there's a dome. I'm going to put a strobe there, so it's going to have a strobe there. Right up here on top of the command deck. And I'm thinking maybe here, I haven't decided yet. I might, because like I said, watch the movie. And I'm going to be making references back and forth to the movie as I'm building this too. But anyway, so that's my plan as far as the strobe. So the strobe's going to be there, and there for sure, and maybe there. I'm not 100%. And I'm gonna try drilling out these and that's gonna be a process. That's why I said I'm gonna take my time, because I know these little fiddly things are gonna aggravate me. But anyway, so that being said, so again, there's a little bump on that part. Where is it at? This part right here. So these are the front. So yeah, there's a little bump there that I'm going to put the strobes, and then these are going to have the navs, and they're going to be on the top and bottom of these. Pretty sure. Yeah, see, they got a little bump there in the corner of that one. So these are going to be where I'm going to put the nav lights, top and bottom here, and then the strobes are going to go where I showed you earlier. And so yeah, that's going to be cool. Hopefully. Yeah, but these Tenna Controls boards, like I said, you need to go check out this website, especially if you're going to do any kind of Star Trek. You know, they've got all the strobe and nav lights. They've got that where they make noise, and you know, if you're I'll put another link in the description. TrekWorks. TrekWorks has had a partnership with Tenna Controls, and he's gotten tons of their stuff. So yeah, you should check that out. Go see TrekWorks on YouTube. He's got tons, and it's mostly Star Trek stuff. So anyway, and the bane of my existence, photo etch, yay! And it's not a ton, so, and it looks like it's workable. For these front grills here, it gives a little more definition for these grills, these here, and these ones back here. And a couple of other things, and I'm not 100% what that's once I bust into the instructions and whatnot, and there you go. Pod hanger. Okay, that's what it is. It's a pod hanger. That's what this little doodad is. And let's see. Lightable engine inserts and updates for the command ship. That's interesting. Let's see. Pod hanger. That's got to be what that part's for. And so yeah, this kit wasn't terribly expensive either. Again, HDA Model Works. That's the place to be. So the other thing, I'm probably inside the main hull area. I'm probably just going to use white LED strip. So then I went on to my favorite little website for getting LEDs, and I got these. Let's see, I got the cool white ones. Those are going to be my strobes. Green is the navs, and I've got red ones already. And then you got these wire connectors. These wire connectors are awesome. I've talked about them on my channel before. Just makes things cleaner. And like I said, your 3 and 5 millimeter LEDs plug right in there. They plug right in there if you want to. But anyway, these are going to be what I'm going to use to run most of my wiring, hopefully. And so yeah, lightsformodels.com. That's where lights for the number 4. Yeah, here we go. Lights for models. I'll put that in the description too. And so yeah, that's my plan. Again, this is not a particularly complicated model to actually put together, but when you go to, you know, the extremes that I like to go to, and I like, you know, lighting my models, especially the spaceship ones, so I'm going to be doing my best to light these things. And yeah, interesting, huh? So Anyway, so stay tuned. Like I said, I still have to, wash the parts and so forth and so on. I think that's all I need right now. So yeah, just stand by. Oh, man, I just ate breakfast. Sorry. And we will continue on with this in the next one. See you then. All right. So we're back. I got all this stuff cleaned up. And getting all the mold release and whatnot off of it. And I've got the holes drilled. I don't know how well you can see that, but I went on the actual movie itself, and because they didn't have every single window with a light in it, so I went on the movie and just went frame by frame to find out which portholes, which windows were lit and which ones weren't. So got those all drilled up, and what I'm doing now is I'm getting ready to go and put the primer coat on it. And so I'm taping up the mounting posts so that they don't get paint on them. Pretty self-explanatory what you do with the male end of the mounting posts, and then I've got this other side that I don't want to get paint down in those holes. I'm not too worried about the pegs themselves because they're not going to be light leaks around the pegs. So because there's thicker plastic, and I'm going to put a nice gray coat over the whole thing. The whole thing's going to be gray, primer gray, and then on the inside, like the inside of the primary hull here, and then on the inside of a lot of the parts where I'm going to put lights on the I don't know if you want to call these the nacelles, secondary hull / nacelles, are going to be white on the inside. And so yeah, I'm just taking care of that right now. Like I said, I got everything washed up, got all the stuff off of it. Just doing the like I said, just doing the pegs and the receiving mounting holes. I've drilled all the holes that I'm going to drill up to this point, which I don't know if you can see or not, but right there, right there is going to be where the one of the strobes, and then here, oops, there we go. Now you can kind of see it. Is going to be where one of the navs are, at least on the top half, and this is the bottom half of those. I'm just going to call them nacelles, but let's see. There you go. So I drilled the little, and it's the smallest drill bit I have. It might be a little bit bigger than I need, but it's the smallest drill bit that I have. And so yeah, got these all nice and holes drilled because I wanted to drill the holes before I started shooting paint. It's all out of the way. And so what I've got done here, let me move this here a bit. Let's see. Oh, you can see it. I'm stupid. It's okay. It's okay. I do things the way I do things. Sometimes I do stupid stuff, but I thought it was a little bit farther down. But anyway, right here I've got some of these Tamiya masking tapes, and just a regular piece of blue painter's tape. I ran out of 3mm, or excuse me, 6mm, and this is 10mm. I think they make a 3 maybe, and I don't know, but I know they make a 1mm. 1mm. I got it on order actually, 1mm. It's like 1mm. And so we're gonna tape up these pegs, because that way I don't have to worry about like sanding them off or sanding them down to be able to put the two halves together. I don't want the paint getting in the way of that. And so yeah, it's all gonna be gray to start with. Especially, the whole outside is gonna be gray primered, and then I'm gonna go over it with my paint color. But the inside, like I said, the inside is going to be, and hopefully between the gray primer and the white coat that I'm going to put on, hopefully that will be enough light blocking. I'll check it periodically, and if I have to, because the white is mostly going to be just for reflective purposes for the lights. But the gray is going to be primarily light blocking and obviously primer. So let me cut these here. Try to get the most out of your tape. So yeah, so that's how far I've gotten. Right now, I'm going to try to get everything taped up that I need to tape up and paint it up, at least in primer. I'm going to get it in primer this time around, and then do that. So just as long as it covers the hole, that's the point. It's got to cover the hole. The hole. Don't touch the shaft. But anyway, so yeah, that's what I've got going on right now. Some of these other ones I'm gonna have to like clean out the holes and whatnot. I'm gonna try to get some tape over that. But yeah, I'm gonna for these pegs, these smaller pegs. But the main ones I'm trying to get done here. That way I don't have to sand around all the mounting pegs and so forth and so on. I've got something planned, and I'm not going to say what it is just yet because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it or not. But if it works out, it's going to be cool as shit, I think, anyway. And it's something that I've never done before, and it will be definitely the first time that I've ever done this. So that's why I don't want to say for sure that I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to do it for sure. I'm just waiting on some materials. And if it works out, it should be easy, and it's kind of a no-brainer, and it's kind of a it's a no-brainer if you're into lighting stuff. And if it works, believe it or not, it will cut down on a large amount of prep work. So, and it should work out pretty good. I hope so. That's what I'm saying. If I can do it, I'm going to give it a try. It'll be the first time I've ever done it, and I'm hoping that it will work. So we will see. We will definitely see how that works out. Anyway, these aren't just for the mounting pegs. I will use these, and I will cut them into different sizes and things later on. So the tape ain't gonna go to waste by any means. It's just right now, this is the main plan for them. Yeah, I know I gotta get something on these here, but they're very shallow, so I might be able to just work around it. But anyway, for right now, shit, I need to get something over that too, don't I? I don't know, because I don't know. See how it goes, because these are where other parts fit into. So I don't want to. I don't think it'll be a light block issue more so than anything else, because the secondary hole that goes in between this one and this one, because these go underneath here, like so, basically. Um, yeah, basically like this, so to speak. So anyway, let me finish doing this. I'm going to try to get these things painted, at least in primer. Hopefully I can get the primer and the inside white on the parts that are going to be lit, that I need reflective, which mostly will be here, but it'll be in here too. Where I'm gonna have lights. I'm not sure about this just yet. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there are little windows right along this edge. And I did see another guy do it. He had to grind this little part here off to give him enough room to do those windows right there. We'll see. I don't know if I'm that steady-handed, because I got a bunch on this wing and a bunch on this other wing here. Yeah, but you got to grind this little mounting thing here. You see it there. This little mounting thing right here. To do it. That's funny because it doesn't. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. Anyway, so I'm done rambling for now. So we shall return. I'll catch you in a bit. Bye. Hello, everybody. Back again. So it is another day. I've been kind of slowly working on this. If you notice in the background, I've got my Star Destroyer on the turntable now. I really like that Star Destroyer. I don't like it quite as much as I like my Millennium Falcon, but um, anyway, so yeah, the Millennium Falcon you saw when I built the turntable or powered it up. Last time, if you noticed in the background of my video, I had a Klingon bird of prey. Now I built that one quite a while back before I even built the Millennium Falcon. I used that as a kind of a test thing. I was going to light it up and use fiber optics, and that was the first one even before my space battleship Yamato one, where I showed you guys that different ways you can light even those smaller models using like fiber optics and various other things. So there's no fiber optics in this one. There is in the bird of prey, and then obviously all the red lights on my Millennium Falcon are all on the underneath part. They're all fiber optic. The white lights are little LEDs, but the red are all fiber optic. And then there's some fiber optics on the bird of prey too. Just very little, because it was my first attempt at using fiber optics. I think I'm going to try fiber optics on this one as well. So we'll see how that works out. Anyway, so since we were last here, which just a few minutes for you, like a day or a week or so. I've been trying to put a little bit of time in on this every week on my days off. I got mandatory overtime for the holidays coming up here, so don't know how much. I'm hoping to be able to work on this some more, because like I said, I'm going to take my time on it. And so anyway, I've got some more stuff taped off. This is the base gray primer, gray primer that I use, and there are some things that are dark gray. So that's why I've got certain little things taped off here. And, like this part up here, this down here. This is the top of the wing, this is the bottom, which it's a different colored tape, but it's the other side of that. Let's see, where am I at? Okay. The other side of that. So, yeah. Bottom, top. Or bottom, top. Yeah. And so, no, those are two bottoms. I'll get it eventually because I'm only slightly stupid. All right, there we go. There we go. So yeah, this model fits together almost as tightly as a Bandai. Not quite. Bandai got their own thing on, but so yeah. So these are parts that are going to stay gray after I shoot the base coat of white on them. So yeah, and like I said, I got the photo etch on there. I'm going to work on the bottom side today. Got to knock all these out and file it down until it fits, basically. I super glued these down once I got it ready to go. And if you've ever worked with super thin super glue, you don't get much work time. You don't get much work time at all. But I got it on there, and it's working, and it's where I want it, and I'm happy with it, and so forth and so on. But I've got this micro crystal clear that I put in on the inside, not over the grating there. There's some grating, if you see the little holes, little grate holes, compared to the kit, what you get in the kit. So yeah, this is what you get here. And so once I got this glued down where I wanted it, I went with like a toothpick and I put a little bit of micro crystal clear on the inside from the back side, to just make sure it's good and secure in there. And so I'm debating on whether I'm going to do the super glue and then the crystal clear again on this, or just put it all together with crystal clear, because it is, according to this, liquid plastic adhesive. So you can use it for different things. I mean, a lot of folks like it for like doing windows. It's kind of like canopy glue, which it's all, for all intents and purposes, basically like an Elmer's glue. It's just there's different properties. Like this is a little bit thicker, where and then you can use this for doing windows. Not large ones like this, but small ones you can use to keep from getting that hot spot. With when you're using LEDs. You can use it for gluing small fiddly parts together. I wouldn't glue two halves of a ship or something together like that, but this will work for small fiddly things like this paragraphic stuff, because it goes on white, dries clear. Elmer's glue, again, you can use that for like windows and stuff. It's not quite as thick, and then you've got this, obviously. Read the directions on whatever model kit you, because they should tell you in here if it's good for the type of plastic, which is usually just PLA for most of it. But anyway, so this is where I've gotten so far. I've got, let's see here, got these I still have work to do on. These are pretty much ready for the next step. Like I said, I just put a thin base coat on here, base coat primer. If you notice, let's see here. Oh no, I'm still working on this. So I got windows cut out. I showed you that the last time I was on. What I was planning on doing was using fiber optics as these windows. Just doing some fiber optics instead of saying something like this. Just in these ones here on the main hull. I also got the intermediate hull, supposed, if you're thinking in Star Trek terms, because main hull, engineering, nacelle things, and then this is kind of the intermediate, the wing points, I guess you could say. So, yeah. And surprisingly enough, as I was looking at this, they give you areas in here to run wires. Okay, that little square there, if you flip it over, it's a groove on both sides. All right. So they give you a little bit of space. There's a little bit of space. You can't use really thick wires, but there's a little bit of space. See, there's the groove in here for wiring if you want to run wires. And I am obviously going to run wires. And there's, a little bit of space. I mean, this isn't all the way down. It's not. But there's a little bit of space in there. But it does give you that little slot right there that coincides with the groove in the back and then on the other wing. So, if you don't use anything too seriously thick, you can run wires from here into the main hull or down, because this is for the stand here. You can run them down the stand into the, So, anyway, nice fit. I mean, it fits together pretty good, pretty solid. Lots of pegs, lots of slots and holes and so forth to work with. So like I said, I'm going to work on this, get these with their base coat, and I'm going to come back and work on this, doing the fiber optics and this stuff. So anyway, that's where we are right now on the build, if you care. I'm enjoying it. It's, like I said, it's not an incredibly complex model at all by any means. It's only got 40 some parts, and you get the paragraphics thing if you want, and add some detail to it. It comes with a shuttle bay that goes back here in this little slot from the peg, so that back there is basically the shuttle bay there. This part right there from the peg to the back, and that's where this paragraphics little shuttle bay thing goes, right here. I know earlier I was like, I don't know what that is. Well, it's a shuttle bay. And you got to cut into the hull, and it's a very tight, fiddly. I don't think I'm going to do the shuttle bay. I think I'm just going to leave it be the way it is, because I do plan on doing a lot of lighting and a lot of different, I won't say a lot of different things, but mostly lighting, and again with the photo etch stuff. And so I think the little shuttle bay would be cool, but I don't know. Excuse me, I just had breakfast. Anyway, so that's where I'm at right now, and we're going to finish doing what I started. Again, I got to do these other ones, get the photo etch on them, and we'll go from there. All right. Talk at you in a bit. Bye. All right, so we're back. I've been working on this stuff for a while now, and I got the other grills on these. This is the top one, this is the top, and this is a bottom. So yeah, I glued it on with the micro crystal clear, and we'll see how that stands up. I'm hoping not to have to do it again. Anyway, and then these are the grills. I don't know if you can see, but these are the grills that are in the front, and they actually go. What is it on here? I think. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the instructions. But anyway, it's the front grills. Hold on. Oh, kick the camera again. There we go. All right. So when you look at the box, that's these grills right here, there, and over here. So yeah, that's these ones, and that was pretty easy. They literally just fit inside there, and then the clear blue goes in behind this. Otherwise, it would have been, if you didn't get the photo etch, it would just be these with the clear blue behind it. The photo etch gives it a little more detail, as I always say, a little more detail. So yeah, that's what I've got done so far. I'm just waiting for this. See, it just sits in the back there, and that's the money side there. And so got all those done. It wasn't hard, and the micro crystal clear made it much easier to work with, because it gives you a little more work time than the Instacure super glue. So all I got to do is wait for all this stuff to set up and cure. Fix any imperfections that might pop up. Throw some base color on there. I gotta clean them up first, but throw a little base color on there and move on to the other stuff. So yeah, this stuff, it's like I said, it's not incredibly difficult or tedious per se. It's just time consuming, because you have to really take your time, and I don't really want to rush at this thing anyway, so I want it to look pretty good, even though I'm gonna be the only one that sees it. But yeah, so yes, like I said, this is how far I've gotten so far this week. I'm not sure if I'm gonna split this series up. I'll have to see what my time so far is, but oh, look at there. Didn't like being upstaged, but anyway, so there's just a little update where I'm at now. I have a lot of wiring that I want to do, a lot of wiring. So like I said, this is going to be a bit of a time-consuming build. I try to do a little bit every week. Just got a notice from my job. It says they're moving up my overtime, my mandatory overtime. They're moving it up a week. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, if I don't uh, put up any videos between now and Thanksgiving, because I don't know how if I'm going to split this or just want to run it as one thing. But anyway, if I don't put anything up before Thanksgiving, I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving, nice and safe, and lots of food and fun and whatever with the family. That's what I intend to do. I'll go visit the grandkids and eat some food. My daughter's cooking, and we'll see. But anyway, um, like I said, if I don't put up anything before Thanksgiving, um, otherwise, just hang tight and see my next little update. Um, I'm gonna make y'all suffer through me bumbling and cussing and carrying on through stuff. So I'll just get some stuff done and give you an update. Show you where I'm at. And yeah, this is the kind of the boring stuff, the preliminaries. Once I get into the lighting and doing what I want to do with the lighting, it'll get more interesting. Yeah, it'll get more interesting. So, yeah. And what I plan on doing is for the front here, for the front, I'm just going to have just regular blue LEDs. For the rear, I'm going to have those flickering LEDs. Here, let me show you something real quick. And those flickering LEDs are going to be in the back here. Yeah, they're going to be back here. They're going to be flickering, for obvious reasons. This is going to be solid, just solid blue. And yeah, see the flickering there? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's going to be back here. So, in this part. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. And yeah, I got my nabs, or my strobes and my nabs, and other things that I'm going to try doing. And hopefully it all works out. I really do. I'm kind of excited. So anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, so we are back. I decided I was going to make one more update video, and then upload. This will be part one. This will be the end of part one here. So as you see, I got my pieces painted. They turned out pretty good. I mean, yeah, I got a little cleaning up to do, but they turned out pretty good. Like I said, I got a little cleaning up to do. There's some of the little grates got paint in them, like they closed them up. But other than that, for all intents and purposes, yeah, like this one here. Let's see, right there. One of the little doodads got, because this primer is that 2-in-1 primer, and it tends to come out kind of thick, so you gotta be careful when you're painting. But anyway, so got those done for that stage. Now I'm gonna start thinking about wiring these, so I can wire them up, get them closed up, and start thinking about detail painting. So my base coat is just basically white primer. That's my base coat, because when I got the decals and everything on it, I'm gonna shoot a coat of satin over it anyway, so it's not gonna be shiny anyway. But my base coat of primer, and this thing does have different panels and different things that I might try. Like, let's see here on this. You see, it's got these different panels. I'm going to shoot some black, like along these panel lines. Shoot a little black along these panel lines, and then dust over it. And I might do different colors on the different panels. Like I might have some of these panels might be like an eggshell, which is still white, but it's not white. You know what I mean? So like an eggshell or my ghost gray, just to give a little bit of contrast. I mean, camera you might not be able to see the contrast on camera, but I think in real life you might, because like I said, this whole top piece is one panel, and then the part here, is this part where all the windows are. This is one panel. That's a panel. That's a panel. That's a panel. So you see how it does have some panels on it that I might want to. I wish I had some of that opalescent stuff like they do the um, shoot. What am I thinking of? The Aztecing on some of the enterprise models out there. They do Aztecing, but yeah. See, there's different panels on here too. It's not just one straight panel. So there's 3 panels here, 3 panels. I might try doing some of these panels, in a different off-white type of thing, but all together it'll be white. Like I said, maybe some ghost gray or light gray or even an eggshell white, something like that, just to break it up a little bit. Like I said, I am going to spray, some of these panel lines, get a little quick thing and, just airbrush some black in there to give it some contrast, in some of these places. So yeah, that's my plan as far as that goes anyway. And then as far as lighting, I've got, like I said, I'm going to put the flickering bulbs in here. I'm going to put the flickering bulbs in this part. But there's also the one, this will be a strobe part here, and this over here will be a nav light. And if I try to do these, I know it'd be hard to see there now that I've got it all painted up. And you can barely see them. If I try to do these windows, I'm going to try to put some LED, like maybe 1 or 2 pieces of LED strip tape here. I'm going to do LED strip tape inside here. Like I might put some down here, shine on this side, and then put some down here to shine on that side. And overall, it'll be, so there'll be strip tape there. Yeah, and other parts will have. So, but like I said, I got more of these. I've got some left over from another project in here. That's a buckboard because that nav and strobe board runs on 9 or 12 volts. So I might have to bump that up to because that, especially if it's on my stand. If it's not on my stand, I don't need to bump up the voltage. Let me move this stuff out of the way here a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is, let me get this out of the way here. All right, my room. So I've got some LED strip tape here. I don't, a lot of times you don't use the whole thing. And looks like this stuff, all the frickin' backing has decided to come off. That's nice. Well, hot glue is your friend. So I've got some leftover LED strip tape. And I just need to find out which one, because I like to use bright white, not warm white, especially in spaceship type stuff. So I've got a couple here. I think I was going to use this on that actually, and I don't think that it'll either work or it won't. So I'll hook up my power supply here and find out which ones of these, if either one, is bright white. Now, if you know anything about LEDs, you know it ain't going to come on if you've got it hooked up backwards. So, let's see here. Oh, maybe this is more than 3 volts. So, let's see here what happens. No. Maybe there's something up with this roll. Maybe. Shouldn't be. It is older, so. Let's see here. Now, this is indoor, outdoor stuff. So let's see here. So we got the voltage turned down. There we go. So yeah, that's just 3 volts there. That's a 3 volt strip. 3.5 volts, as much as I'm going to get out of that. So, well, let me turn this off. There we go. So those are white, bright white. Let's see what these ones are. Yeah, those will work. Yeah, these are only 3 volt ones. So, but inside here, you know, hard to say. Alright, so at least I know that those are bright white and they're very low power, so this was probably part of the something else. But like I said, I bought these because I was going to use them in that Star Destroyer there. And so we know what those are. I'll put those up here. And let's get these out and see what these are. Come here, you. So, these are probably closer to 12, yeah. So these are 12 volts. Yeah, these are closer to 12 volt. We'll go 11 and a half. And these are much brighter than those are. So, yeah. Yeah. I know it's not going to be able to be seen very easily there. But you see how it has hot spots where the LEDs are? That's where you use either, canopy glue, micro crystal clear, or whatever to get rid of those hot spots. Or fiber optics. Let's go back down. Lows it up, Alice. 1.5. 1.5 volts. So we know that these are the bright ones. Those are not the brightest bright ones, but they're still usable. But they are both white. Let's see. I've got these. These. Let me turn this back on. I don't know if you can see. Here, let me see. Pull one out. What is this one? Red. So this is red. These are those little SMD Pico, I think is the. You got Pico and Nano, and then you've got the LEDs like that on those LED strips. Alright, bear with me here. Well, good thing I got extra ones of these because the first one I blew out because I put a little too much juice in it. I know what the voltage is of them, but they're so tiny that without the resistor, it's pretty easy to blow these. But a button cell battery, mind you, is just the right voltage. for these turds. The second one I pulled out looked like the wire had broke off of it. So, come on, fat fingers. Now, like I said, the only reason I'm doing this is to kind of give you an idea of the brightness of these. There we go. Oh, come on now. There we go. So let me turn these lights on here real quick. So you get kind of the idea. Come on now. How bright these are. And how small they are. Let's see. So I could stick this, and it goes right through that freaking hole that I drilled. Of course, I have tape on the other side of that one, but so I could theoretically stick these right through the holes that I drilled and get them to work. So tiny to work with, though. Very dainty. Very dainty. But you can see that if that was one of my nav lights, oh, come on now. I had it. I had it. That using these as my nav lights, alright. Give me one more. Now this is going to be weirdly dark, so hopefully it works out the way I want it to. So, surprisingly, for a light that's so yeah, and that's my point. So, it's having trouble making a connection on this button cell because the ends of the wires are so freaking tiny. Ow. That I'm having trouble squeezing it together good enough to get a good connection on the freaking battery here. That's why it's flickering so much, but you see, anyway, so okay, you get my point. That's what I'm getting at anyway. So let me turn the lights back on here. Where's the thing? Okay. Alright. Yeah. Professional. I'm no professional. I'm no professional cameraman. So anyway, the point to all this mess that I'm trying to show you is these are the size lights that I'm going to use. Yeah, like I said, they are literally the size of the tip of a toothpick there. And so I got a bunch of white ones and a bunch of red ones. And when I put the resistors and hook them up to a steady power source, they're not going to flicker like that. It's just you can test, if you don't know, you can test LEDs with a button cell battery. regular LEDs, because they're usually about 3 volts. So yeah, and I got some of these red ones, and I have some green ones in here, I think. A couple green ones, maybe. But I got more green ones and cool white. Yeah, so there's some green ones. And I got blue, and this is a buckboard, and I got some more cool whites. These are gonna be my strobes. Yeah, these are gonna be my strobes. They're all the same size. They're Pico micro or 0402 micro LEDs. And that's what I'm gonna be using primarily for my lighting. I'm gonna be using these connectors. That's why I bought more, because I'm gonna try to make it as, nice in there as I can, as far as the wiring goes anyway. I'll put that back in there. I'll leave it over here out of the way a bit. So yeah, my plan is to, again, use the little, I might put the light behind. I might put a little tiny piece of um, 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 fiber optics in these holes that I've got. I'm going to use here, and I might put the light back here and have a piece of fiber optic actually poking through. Because, like I said, that was the smallest drill bit I had, and those pieces will go right through those holes. So I might put some fiber optic back there and figure something out for that. That way, the light will be on, but it'll be showing through the fiber optics and so forth and so on. But like I said, they'll be a lot better. They won't burn up or anything, because I'll have actual resistors on them. But anyway, figured I'd throw this in on the end there. Again, it's still the week before Thanksgiving, so I'm gonna get this together, get this edited, and get it uploaded as my part one of this build, because I've got a lot of things that I'm hoping to be able to do, and drilling these holes out is not the total reason, but there's other things that I'm wanting to do, and hopefully going to be able to do. And it's going to be a lot of wiring, a lot of fiddly things, and so I'm hoping to. So it's going to take me a while, and I might have a few more parts to this build, because, like I said, there's a lot of things that I'm hoping that I want to do, and that I'm hoping I will be able to do. And so, but the basic stuff, got all my photo etch done. I just have to clean it up. Some of these grates I have to clean up. Got my photo etching done. I got my base coat on, done. And so that's where I'm at right now. I'm not too much farther from the last segment. All I had left to do was I taped everything down, got the grills on, let them cure up, dry, whatever, set. Got my light blocking, which was the gray, and then the white, the white on the inside for reflection, on the outside is the base coat. Then I'll be able to do my airbrushing stuff I want to do with the airbrushing, and and hopefully being able to do that special thing that I'm hoping I'll be able to do. I'm really hoping it works out. And when I get it all set up and get it ready, I will obviously be filming it to show you what I'm doing. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. And again, like I said, I'm hoping that everybody's Thanksgiving is good and bountiful, and I hope that you will tune in for more episodes of this. I know sometimes I ramble and I do things, like messing around with these lights. But this is the way I do stuff. This is the whole part. I'm just sharing my thing with all y'all, and my process not as highly experienced as some of the model builders on there, and I do want to encourage you to go to that DreamWorks channel. He's the one that got me back into it after long years of not building models. I watched him build the original series Enterprise way back. I'm talking way back. Like I said, if you go on his channel, you can check it out. He's done customer builds, and he's pretty nice old guy. He's a pretty nice guy. So you should check his channel out. The other one I would say check out that I personally watch is Aztek Dummy. Lou Diamaso, but don't quote me on that. But anyway, his channel is Aztek Dummy, and he's one that I watch a lot. He does a lot of different things, but he likes to do Star Trek stuff too. Star Trek is kind of everybody's, gateway gateway drug to model building. But there's so many things out there for Star Trek, and they got new stuff coming out, so you should keep an eye out. Anyway, so again, I'm rambling, so I just wanted to get this last little bit in before I upload this first part. It's going to be several parts. I couldn't tell you how many. Just you see the rate that I'm working on this. A little here and a little there. I'm trying to get a few hours in on my weekends without expending my entire weekend doing this, because I do have other things that I do. But that being said, thanks for stopping by, and hope to see you here for more episodes on this build. And everybody take care. Bye.